Hey guys, welcome to the new series. In this series, I will be going to teach you about an emulator software known as the EMU8086, which is basically used to emulate our 8086 microprocessor. This series is not going to concentrate on the theoretical concepts. In this series, I will be focusing more on the practical concepts and will show you how to emulate our 8086 microprocessor in this software. So if you have not seen the theoretical videos that I have posted in my channel, I will request you to please go and watch them in order to understand everything that I will be teaching in this video. However, if you don't have any time, it is okay. You can continue watching this video and try to understand everything at a higher level. So without waiting, let's get started. So in this software, what we do is we write assembly language. Assembly language is a low-level language which is understood by our microprocessor. In this video, I will be discussing about some basic instructions that we as a programmer write to our microprocessor so that it can perform some specific task. So without waiting, let's see what are those instructions. So before going to our programming part in this lecture, the one thing we should know is about our general purpose registers. So this is our 8086 microprocessor. This is the EU section. The EU section has this series of registers. In this lecture, I will be talking about only this 8 registers that we can see. So again, I'm telling, if you have not seen the theoretical parts, I will request you to please go and watch those videos in order to understand everything deeply in this lecture. Let's see about these 8 registers in detail. So these are our 8 registers that we saw here. All the 8 registers can hold 8 bits of data. The AH and AL individually holds 8 bits of data, but both of them can be combined to form the AX, which is 16 bits, which can hold 16 bits of data. That is basically, if we have a 16-bit number, then the first 8 bits will get stored in the AH and the next 8 bits will get stored in the AL. The AH will basically hold the first 8 bits and the AL will hold the next 8 bits. Similarly, we have for BH, both the BH and BL registers can be combined to give the BX, which is 16 bits, that is, it can hold 16 bits of data. Similarly, for CH and CL, we have CX, and for DH and DL, we have the DX. These all are 16 bits. So now we can go to our instructions. So let's talk about our first instruction. It is called the MOV instruction, and it is one of the most used instruction in our 8086 assembly language. So what does it do? It copies first operand, which is called the source, to the second operand, which is called the destination. Let's see what that means. So the syntax for writing a MOV or MOV instruction is MOV destination, comma, the source. Let's take an example to make it more clear. Suppose we have MOV AH, comma, 10. Now we saw AH is basically an 8-bit register, so it can hold the 8-bit number, that is 10H, inside it. So what the MOV does is, it stores the value of 10 inside the AH register. This is basically same as writing AH equals to 10 in any higher level language such as C, C++, etc. Similarly, let's see another example. MOV BH, 5H. Now what this will do is, it will store the value 5 inside the BH. So it is same as writing BH equals to 5 in any higher level language. Let's see another example. Suppose if we write MOV AH, BH. Now what does it do? The BH we saw has the value 5. So the value 5 will get copied and get stored in AH. So the AH will have the value 5. This is same as writing AH equals to BH in any higher level language. Now let's jump into our emulator to see how that works. So now we have come to our emulator. The first thing we are going to do is, we go to new, select empty workspace and click OK. So a new workspace will be created where we will be writing our assembly language. Let's start with our first instruction that we learned, that is the MOV or move. Let me put a comment first. So we can write a comment in our emulator by giving a semicolon, and I will write MOV. You can write anything there. Now let's write our first instruction. For that we are going to write MOV, let's say AH, comma, 10 H. So as we have seen from the slide, what this is going to do is, it is going to store the value 10 inside AH. Let's see its functioning. We go to emulate and cancel this window. Here we can see the 8 registers that we talked about. The AX, BX, CX and DX. All the registers have two 8-bit parts, that is the AH and AL. What we have done is store the value 10 inside our AH. Let's see if that works. Now notice this number. When I click on single step, we see that our value 10 is stored in AH. Now let's give our next command. Suppose I write MOV BL, which is also another register from our 8 registers that we saw, comma 5H. So what this will do is store the value 5 in our BL. Let's see if that works. We go to emulate. Notice this number 10 will get stored in our AH. So this AH will have the value 10 when we run our first step. So we can see AH has the value 10. Then the next step will be BL will have the value 5. Our BL will have the value 5 here. Let's run the second step. We can see our BL has the value 5. So MOV command basically stores the value that we pass to a register. So let's write another command. Suppose we write MOV AH, comma BL. So what this will do is, this will store the value of BL, that is 5, in AH. Let's see if that works. We again go to emulate, cancel this window. In the first step, we'll have AH equals to 10. So we can see we have AH equals to 10. In the second step, we'll have BL equals to 5, which is this one will become 5. Let's see, yeah, this has become 5. And the third step is storing the value of BL, that is 5, inside our AH. That is storing the 5 in AH. Let's see if that happens. We run the single step again. Yeah. So we can see the value of BL is stored in our AH now. Thus, I hope we get a clear understanding of what the MOV instruction do. Now, what are the possible combination of operands that our MOV instruction can hold? So we saw MOV has the destination and the source. The syntax is MOV destination, comma source. So for the destination, we can have register, and correspondingly for the source, we can have another register. For example, MOV AX, comma BX. So AX is a register, we know, and BX is also a register. Second combination that we can have is a register and an immediate. What is an immediate? Immediate is a constant hexadecimal number, suppose 10H, and register is AX, for example. Next combination that we can have is a register and a memory. So the value of a memory can be stored in a register using the MOV command. Next combination, we can have memory and immediate. So the value of immediate can be stored in a memory using the MOV. And at last, we have the memory and the register. So by the MOV instruction, we can store the value of a register in the memory. So the main point to note here is, we cannot have destination as memory and the source as the memory correspondingly. That is, the MOV instruction cannot store the value of a memory to another memory. This is the most important thing that we need to understand in this slide. So in the next video, we will see more instructions such as the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So please stay tuned. And if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. And if you have any feedback, please put it down in the comment box so that I can try my best to improve. Thank you and happy learning.